So my body is frustrated. There's grief. Also, a little a little victim, right? There's definitely a little victim energy there of like, why me? So I'm just noticing that. And so first, I'm really just going to allow my body to feel it all. My body has been through a lot and it gets to move. It gets to be sad. It gets to want to have a temper tantrum. All of that is allowed. And I'm just sitting here, allowing the energy to move, not shoving it down, not ignoring it, letting it be here, just feeling it, just letting it move out. And my oracle always steps in, but I do have to consciously ensure it is my oracle who's stepping in and not my warrior. Because my warrior, she will call her in almost so that I can like bypass the emotion and the feeling. So I want to ensure that there's none of that because that's been something that's been very easy for me to do. And I didn't even realize I was doing it for so long of my life. And when I say that, I can almost drop even deeper into it. My body really is amazing. It's been through so much. I so I have 47, right? I am in menopause. I am on hormone replacement therapy. Um, and so I went to the doctor last week because I need to find a doctor who will continue to supply me with my hormone replacement patch. And no, gynecologists don't do it, which that's fucking mind blowing in itself and a whole fucking problem, but whatever. Don't get me started on women's health. um, and so I just need to up my patch. My original prescription was done. I was having like, it was really, really bad. Um, there was like, I was probably doing like, I was probably having like 30 plus hot flashes a day. When I say hot flashes, I was like dripping. dripping, soaked. Not to mention like anxiety that I've never had. Like I never experienced anxiety. I experienced anxiety, anger, depression, like rashes all over my body so bad. Like my skin burned. It was fucking awful. I don't even remember all the other things. And then I had to go to the gyno this week. Because well, I need to like up the dose of my patch because my neck is starting to become, it's probably been like the last month, it's like really itchy again, as well as like right here in between my boobs, right? Total hormones, right? It's an estrogen thing. And so I went to the doctor last week, right? So I went for my like annual that I hadn't done in quite some time. Um, and then we talked about that. And the whole reason I made the appointment was for that. And like I said that when I had called. Meanwhile, the gynecologist does not even prescribe them. So whatever. But anyway, while I was there because I was asking for what, well, back it up. When I was there, I had to reflect back to the doctor. They always want your medical history. And so I felt like I dealt with a lot of my past and I did a lot of healing work and I've done so much. Like I go fucking deep and I never like I get into the ring with my shit. Always have, always. Um and I had endometriosis, right? I guess I probably still technically have endometriosis, but whatever. I had endometriosis. It was severe. It was crippling for many years of my life. I had 18, maybe more surgeries in an 11-year span. And I realized when I was at the doctor talking about all of those surgeries, like, because, they wanted to know, talking about that, I was like, fuck. When and I didn't realize how much it was until she like mirrored it back and my body was like, whoa. And I was like, fuck, have I not like really dove into this? And how have I not dove into this? Um, so that's been like kind of coming up for me, right? And last week I was like, well, I'm actually gonna like take some time just to like really go into it and just make sure like I haven't just like ignored it. Because that was like definitely during the keeper era where I was up, you know, I just kept going. I never like I couldn't stop. I just kept going until my body was like in pain and couldn't move, or I had one of my like I had a lot of breaks in there because obviously I had surgery constantly. And I had a complete hysterectomy. I have half of an ovary. That's all that is left, but I got rid of my uterus and everything else. So I just have half of an ovary that was originally supposed to be, it was originally that left ovary was removed. And so it half of it is there because it was stuck to another organ during when it was supposed to be removed. So the doctor at the time thought he got it all, but he didn't. And then I had gone for an ultrasound through one of many of my pains, and I couldn't understand why I was in so much fucking pain still on that side at the time. And it's because they left half of the ovary, which I ultimately then ended up having an endometriosis specialist in New York City excise. It's the only way to remove endometriosis, excise the endo. And I have it like completely changed my life. And at the time of that, I also had adenomyosis. So that's when I had my complete hysterectomy, but we left that half of an ovary. Well, that half of an ovary got me fucking 10 years before menopause, right? So I am so grateful for that little guy that was in there. But so the doctor wanted me to go now. When I just went, they were like, oh, well, because I just wanted to up my dose, right, on my hormone replacement patch, which they won't do. But she was like, I do want to take an ultrasound just to make sure nothing's growing on your ovary. And so I went, and obviously today she called, and so it's not surprising that this is coming up because clearly my body really does need to like finish healing and processing and releasing all of this. Um, and so yeah, I have a cyst now on it. And so she said I do need to go to she wants me to go to a functional medicine doctor, which I can, but really the places that she sent me are complete bullshit. Like one is geriatric, like one specializes in geriatric patients. Get the fuck out of here. I'm pretty sure I don't need that, right? Like for fuck's sake, I'm 47. I do not need a geriatric fucking doctor. I need a doctor who specializes in women's health and in menopause, for fuck's sake. Anyway, I did find one. I can't get an appointment for probably a little over 3 months. Whatever, I scheduled it. It all works out. It's probably, I just really need to do a lot of more like kind of being with my shit. And so that's what today is. Today is me being with my shit and really feeling my feels. And that was just my context backstory as to what I'm doing right now. So as I sit with it, it's funny because my body is sad for all that almost like she went through. And yet my warrior, she's there and she's like, and she's my fierce protector, right? And she's like, no, no, you can't be weak. We can't be vulnerable. So I just like to name that because it's real, right? Like it's like we just get to keep deepening the work and deepening the work and deepening the work, right? Allowing the oracle to be the one who, right, is living and not allowing that keeper to live, right? Like allowing me to live from that oracle. But that also means like feeling all of your feels and being in, right? Like doing like the humanist fuck stuff so that you can and not bypassing it. And it is so funny how right now my body really wants to try to just bypass it. And instead, I'm just going to let tears and all my feels just flow. And now I'm just opening up the Akashic records in the quantum field. We're just going to go ahead and clear this across all time, space, dimension, cellular structure, DNA structure. Right, and it's tied to some victim energy there. So I'm just sitting with it in my body, really feeling it. And I'm going to the root of it. And it's many layers deep, many lifetimes deep. And it's twofold. Like one is ancestral, and one really is that victim energy and mine. Like I've made it mine, right? Because I've carried it in my body. I'm just allowing the energy to clear. We feel the human shit, right? We dive deep into the human shit. We feel it. We allow it to move. We allow it to like flow out of our body, and then we get to have the quantum akasha, right? Like clear it. And so I didn't obviously go into all of the things. Like I was just kind of like sitting there, and I had a lot going on internally that I wasn't necessarily sharing. Um, More just because it's like kind of happening behind the scenes, if that makes sense. Um, but like my body feels very grounded and seen. Like my body feels seen, my even by me. like in such a different way. This is how we allow the oracle to be embodied. This is how we move from our infinite selves. It's by coming back and being so fucking present and so real and so honest with what's going on inside of us. And knowing that there's nothing bad and we all have the same shit, right? Yes, different levels, different ways. And I don't like the, it's so many people who think like, oh, you arrive. We never arrive. It's just a deepening and a deepening and a deepening. In every layer, like the deeper where we meet ourselves at is so fucking profound and so magical. And a lot of times there's just like I could have the gratitude that I have for my body and all it has done for me, and like the fucking absolute love, this deep, deep, like love affair I have with myself is like nothing I could ever put human words to. It truly is the most magical thing. And I am so fucking grateful for this, right? For this vessel that I chose, for, right, the life that I have. Like, how fucking lucky am I? And that's what I want to share today. Like, I started out with like tears of grief and victim into like tears of deep love and like gratitude for me, for this vessel, for this remembrance, for this path, for this deepening, like meeting more and more and more layers of myself all the time and like showing up and like doing the fucking thing, right? Like shit, life gets lifey. And we get to be super fucking present. And then we get to come back to the oracle, right? I truly live from her. Okay. Feeling so much gratitude. Today was day 3 of 30 days unscripted, just being in my body, dealing with whatever's here, and just documenting it, I guess. Okay. Be so magical.